Hello Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 8. If I'm not provoking a reaction, I'm not doing my job, Steve Benson once said, and he lived by that conviction every day of his remarkable career. Steve Benson, who has passed away at the age of 71 after complications from a stroke, was a force in American editorial cartooning. For more than 4 decades, he held up a mirror to the world, with a sharp pen and even sharper wit. His work didn't just illustrate the news, it challenged, questioned, and inspired. He joined the Arizona Republic in 1980 and quickly became one of the nation's most recognized cartoonists. His cartoons were bold, fearless, and unafraid to stir the pot. In 1993, he was honored with journalism's highest accolade, the Pulitzer Prize for editorial cartooning. Over his career, he was also nominated 4 more times and received countless other awards, including a Rocky Mountain Emmy and recognition from the Washington Post and the New York Times. Beyond papers and panels, Steve Benson helped shape the editorial cartoon world. He served as president of the Association of American Editorial Cartoonists and championed the freedom of expression throughout his life. He visited classrooms, gave talks, inspired young artists to speak up and draw out the truth. But Steve was more than just a brilliant cartoonist. He was a husband, a father, and a grandfather. Known for his generous heart, quick humor, and storytelling charm, he filled rooms with laughter and a sense that art really could make a difference. At home, he cared for a delightful mix of pets, reflecting the same warmth he showed in life. A colleague once described him as having moral certainty in the face of injustice. That certainty gave his work power. It gave his readers something to think about, even when they didn't agree with him. His passing is a tremendous loss to journalism, art, and free speech. Yet his voice continues, through the lines he drew and the ideals he stood for. Steve Benson passed peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. He leaves behind his beloved wife Mary Ann, 4 children, many friends, and countless admirers. Tributes to Steve Benson. Number 7. You smile with a child, and the world changes. These words, often spoken by Alan G. Hassenfeld, summed up the mission that defined his life. Alan, who passed away at the age of 76, brought joy to millions, not just through toys, but through kindness and action. He didn't just lead Hasbro. He shaped how the world imagined play, purpose, and possibility. As chairman and CEO, Alan helped turn Hasbro into one of the world's most beloved toy companies. Under his watch, brands grew into global icons, capturing hearts across generations. But to Alan, a toy wasn't just a product, it was a chance to inspire, educate, and connect. His leadership style was both visionary and heartfelt. Through creativity and care, he expanded Hasbro's reach while embedding corporate responsibility into its mission. He earned a place in the Toy Industry Hall of Fame and received multiple Emmy Awards for children's programming. Yet he remained humble, always pointing praise toward his team. Off the corporate stage, Alan's heart guided his hand. He led with compassion through the Hassenfeld Family Foundation and other initiatives. His philanthropy touched countless lives, supporting children's hospitals, innovation centers, and disaster relief efforts from Rhode Island to Puerto Rico. Alan believed in doing good, not just saying it. Institutions like Hasbro Children's Hospital and Hassenfeld Children's Hospital at NYU Langone stand as living legacies to that belief. His optimism was contagious. Friends and colleagues often said his energy filled a room and lifted everyone in it. His enthusiasm and spirit touched the lives of millions, one longtime partner shared. He wasn't just a leader, he was a light. Alan G. Hassenfeld passed away peacefully following complications from an illness. He is survived by his beloved wife, Vivian, and his extended family. Details of services are not yet public. In his 76 years, Alan gave the world more than toys. He gave hope, smiles, and a vision for a better tomorrow. He once said he wanted to bring sunshine where there had been darkness, and that he did. Tributes to Alan G. Hassenfeld. Number 6. She is truly one of the world's greatest authentic writers. With these words, poet Naomi Shihab Nye captured the essence of Paulette Jiles, a writer whose voice was as unforgettable as the landscapes she painted with words. Paulette Jiles passed away in July 2025 at the age of 82, following a brief illness. Her loss echoes far beyond literary circles, touching readers, friends, and fellow artists throughout North America and beyond. Born in Missouri, Paulette's journey took her across countries, languages, and cultures. With a degree in Romance languages and an ear for poetry, she moved to Canada in the 1970s and helped create Indigenous language radio programs. That work shaped her lifelong commitment to honoring overlooked voices and histories. Her writing was as lyrical as it was bold. Celestial Navigation earned her a Governor General's Award, making her the first American to receive that honor in poetry. Other accolades followed, including the Pat Lowther and Gerald Lampert Awards. But it was her novels that truly captivated the imagination of readers. Enemy Women illuminated little-known truths from the Civil War era, while News of the World introduced readers to a powerful tale of connection, later adapted into a beloved film. That novel became a National Book Award finalist and secured Jiles a permanent place in the canon of modern American fiction. Yet accolades were never her main goal. Paulette wrote from the heart, about history, memory, and human resilience. Her stories were shaped by time spent on horseback in Texas, singing alto in choirs, and playing tin whistle in bluegrass groups. She brought that same music and rhythm into every piece she penned. Known for her generosity to other writers, Jiles mentored many and fostered literary community wherever she lived. Her Texas ranch became a haven for creativity and reflection. She is survived by her former spouse, Jim Johnson, and a wide network of friends, readers, and fans inspired by her voice and spirit. Paulette Jiles taught us to listen closely, to language, to memory, to one another. Her words will continue to echo, offering hope, truth, and beauty. Tributes to Paulette Jiles. Number 5. Writing to him was everything, said Sandra Lindqvist, Dave Flebotte's wife. That simple truth defined the life of a man who turned adversity into art, crafting stories that moved millions. Dave passed away at 65, after living more than 5 decades longer than doctors once expected. Diagnosed with cystic fibrosis as a child, he was given little chance of seeing his teen years. But he beat the odds, thanks in part to a double lung transplant he received nearly 30 years ago. Born in Hanson, Massachusetts, Dave grew up the son of a bookie. It was a teacher at Emerson College who helped him discover his love of writing, a spark that would light up television screens for decades. His career began in the 1990s with comedies like Good Advice, Ellen, and Suddenly Susan. He had a unique voice and an eye for emotional truth, which led him to more complex work on shows like Desperate Housewives, Boardwalk Empire, and the animated hit The PJs, which earned him an Emmy nomination. He wrote with heart. Whether it was comedy or drama, Dave's stories came from a place of sincerity. His contributions helped shape celebrated series like Will and Grace and the more recent Tulsa King. Along the way, he earned 2 Writers Guild nominations and the respect of everyone who worked with him. Many remember him not only for the words he wrote, but for the kindness he showed. He mentored young writers, lifting others as he climbed. Fellow writer Tracy Newman recalled his humor and generosity, calling him a joy to work with. Dave lived with resilience, always guided by passion. His journey was filled with battles, but also with purpose, and he shared that purpose with the world through his writing. He is survived by his wife, Sandra, and a grateful industry forever changed by his talent and tenacity. Dave Flebotte didn't just write TV, he believed in the power of story, and it showed in everything he created. Tributes to Dave Flebotte. Number 4. She poured her heart and soul into the Lyman legacy, and gave so much, if not all, of herself to the field. These words from Dante Puleo, artistic director of the Lyman Dance Company, capture the life and spirit of Carla Maxwell. Carla passed away peacefully at the age of 81 after a brief illness. Her passing marks the end of an era in the world of modern dance. Through 6 decades, she moved audiences and mentored generations, dedicating her life to the art of movement and the legacy of José Limón. Born in 1944, Carla began dancing at a young age and eventually studied at the Juilliard School. She joined the Limón Dance Company in 1965 and quickly became a leading figure, known for her strength, grace, and dramatic stage presence. Her performance in Limón's final work, Carlota, choreographed especially for her, remains one of her most iconic roles. In 1978, Carla became the artistic director of the company. For 37 years, she carried forward Limón's vision while embracing new voices and ideas. Under her leadership, the company flourished globally. She guided reconstructions of classic works and supported fresh choreography, preserving modern dance's past while shaping its future. Her work did not go unnoticed. Carla accepted the National Medal of Arts at the White House on behalf of the José Limón Dance Foundation. She was honored with the Dance Magazine Award and a Bessie Award, as well as international recognition from Colombia and Mexico for her cultural contributions. Yet beyond the accolades and global stages, Carla was a mentor, teacher, and advocate. She gave countless dancers the courage to find their voice in movement. Her kindness, discipline, and passion left a lasting impression on all who knew her. Former students remember her fierce commitment and warm encouragement. Colleagues saw her as a visionary who never stopped believing in the power of dance to change lives. Carla leaves behind a legacy not only of breathtaking performances and masterful choreography, but of community, resilience, and heart. She is survived by family, friends, and a beloved dance community that will carry her memory forward with every step they take. Tributes to Carla Maxwell. Number 3. A life lived with grace, talent, and purpose leaves behind a voice that never fades. Ioana Bulcă, a cherished presence on the Romanian stage and screen, passed away peacefully at the age of 89. Her death marks the close of a brilliant chapter in the history of Romanian performing arts. With a career spanning more than 60 years, Bulcă embodied elegance, strength, and unmatched versatility. From her breakout performance as Anna in The Mill of Good Luck to the regal Doamna Stanca in Mihai Viteazul, audiences were captivated by the depth she brought to each role. Her portrayal of Margareta in Atunci i-am condamnat pe toți la moarte, and Aristiza in Restul e tăcere remains unforgettable, the latter earning her the prestigious Gopo Award for Best Actress. She trained at the Institute of Theatrical Arts and Cinematography in Bucharest and later became a cornerstone of the National Theatre Il Caragiale, where she performed for more than 4 decades. Her final role, as Lotta Bainbridge in Așteptând la Arlequin, showed the same sharpness and emotional clarity that defined her entire career. Awarded the Order Cultural Merit in the rank of Knight, Ioana Bulcă inspired generations through her artistry and spirit. She worked not just as an actress but as a mentor to younger talent and a founding voice within professional groups like USIN and Uniter. Kind and poised, she was deeply respected by colleagues and beloved by audiences. The National Theatre celebrated her lasting impact with these words. The entire team of the National Theatre Il Caragiale in Bucharest will keep her memory alive for generations to come. May God rest her soul in peace. She is survived by her son, Francesco Bulcă, and remembered by all whose lives were brightened by her presence, whether on screen, on stage, or behind the scenes. Her passing, after a long and fulfilled life, is mourned with heartfelt gratitude for her lifetime of creative gifts. Tributes to Ioana Bulcă. Number 2, a still craft, a quiet force. More than just the name of a beloved song, these words captured the spirit of Ossi Huber. The Austrian singer-songwriter, musician, and author passed away peacefully at the age of 70, just weeks before his 71st birthday. Known for his heartfelt lyrics and soulful performances, Ossi left behind a legacy rooted in music, connection, and creativity. Born in Feldkirchen in Kärnten, Ossi began playing music at 14 and never stopped exploring its power. He was a builder of bands, of bridges, and of community. From forming his first school band, Universe, to later international tours with the Bluesbreakers, his reach grew far beyond Carinthia. Ossi co-founded major acts like Sturds, Humus, and Ossi Huber in Band. Over 5 decades, he produced more than 30 albums and contributed to over 50 chart hits. His rich blend of folk, blues, and rock captured his heritage while embracing the world's rhythms. He wasn't just a performer, he was a mentor, a thinker, and a storyteller. Ossi's book revealed the deeply personal experiences that shaped his journey. Through music and words, he shared not just stories, but wisdom. Peter Kaiser, governor of Carinthia, called him a great musician and a defining voice of the Carinthian music scene. Across Austria and beyond, fans and fellow musicians echoed those sentiments. His song, A Still a Craft, reached audiences across generations. Much like the man himself, it spoke quietly but hit the soul deeply. Ossi's presence on stage was magnetic. Offstage, he was known for his humble spirit and open heart. Friends, family, and fans alike remember him for his generosity and his passion for nurturing talent. He passed away after an illness, surrounded by love. His family, grieving in private, asks for space at this time. Though he's no longer here in person, his music and message live on, in every note played, in every aspiring artist he inspired, and in the hearts of all who heard the quiet force of his voice. Tributes to Ossi Huber. News 1. It's not every day we get a behind-the-scenes look at the heart and soul actors pour into their craft. But Anne Hathaway is reminding us all of just how deeply those moments can run. The beloved 42-year-old actress, known for iconic films like The Devil Wears Prada and The Princess Diaries, recently opened up about a powerful experience on the set of her new movie, Mother Mary, directed by David Lowery. While filming an especially emotional scene with co-star Michaela Coel, Anne became so immersed in her role that she broke down, expressing concern for those around her and apologizing for the intensity of her emotions. In a beautiful show of support, Michaela took her hands and reassured her with trust and love. The dedication Anne brought to this demanding role moved not only her fellow actors but the entire film crew. Even director David Lowery compared the week-long shoot of that climactic scene to the grueling process of creating a classic epic. Through humility and vulnerability, Anne demonstrated what it truly means to be a beginner again, courageously embracing each moment for the sake of authentic storytelling. As we look forward to seeing her latest work, Anne Hathaway's commitment and bravery serve as an inspiring reminder of the dedication behind the movies we cherish. Her journey encourages all of us, at any age, to keep learning, stay humble, and support one another through every new challenge. News 2. Here's something that might get you thinking and smiling about parenting in today's world. Dr. Terry Dubrow, the well-known plastic surgeon and TV personality, is opening up about how he and his wife, Heather Dubrow from Real Housewives of Orange County, handle conversations around plastic surgery with their 4 kids, 21-year-old twins Nick and Max, 18-year-old Kat, and 14-year-old Ace. When one of his daughters asked about getting her lips done, Terry didn't just flat out say no. Instead, he and Heather encouraged an open conversation, wanting their kids to really think through any decisions about changing their appearance. Terry says their goal as parents is always to provide a supportive, loving environment, making sure each child feels heard, safe, and loved as they grow up and find their confidence. It's a touching reminder that even in a world where looks seem so important, what matters most is thoughtful guidance and family support. The Dubrows are showing that honest conversations can make a world of difference, and that helping your kids become happy, independent people is truly the greatest achievement of all. News 3. If you're a fan of Netflix's Narcos Mexico, you might recognize the talented Manuel Masalva, who recently touched hearts around the world with his remarkable story of survival. At 44, the beloved Mexican actor faced a life-threatening health crisis after contracting a rare bacterial infection during a trip to Dubai earlier this year. Shortly after arriving, Manuel became seriously ill and required emergency surgery, spending over 100 days in a Dubai hospital, including several weeks in a medically induced coma. Thanks to dedicated doctors, overwhelming support from fans, and the love of his family, Manuel has now woken up and describes himself as reborn. His message of gratitude on social media, thanking everyone for their prayers and encouragement, has inspired thousands. Manuel credits his incredible recovery to the outpouring of kindness from supporters worldwide and the relentless medical care he received. As Manuel continues his journey toward full recovery, fans, friends, and family are celebrating his resilience and positive spirit, a true reminder of the strength that can be found in unity and hope. However you know him, Manuel Masalva's story is sure to be remembered as one of perseverance and the healing power of community. News 4. If you've ever found strength in family, you'll connect with actress Olivia Munn's recent update about her beloved mom, Kim. Olivia, who is 44, gently shared that Kim has been diagnosed with stage 1 HER2 breast cancer, a discovery that came after a routine risk assessment. While news like this is never easy, Olivia's openness shines a light on the importance of early detection and support. She's been encouraging women everywhere to consider regular screenings, hoping her family's story might inspire others to take charge of their health. Through it all, Olivia and Kim are showing how love, hope, and community can help light the way forward. Their journey is a heartfelt reminder to cherish our loved ones and support each other every step of the way. News 5. How about this for some behind-the-scenes inspiration? Ashley Roberts, now 43, was once the electrifying dancer and singer many of us remember from the Pussycat Dolls, the mega-popular girl group behind hits like Don't Cha and Buttons. But while the spotlight shimmered, Ashley recently shared that the whirlwind schedules and constant travel left her so unwell that doctors once suspected she had an aneurysm. She recalls nights on stage with thousands singing along, but behind the scenes the pressure and pace led to total exhaustion and a string of health challenges. Ashley's body finally signaled enough, sending her to the hospital at the height of her career. Thankfully, Ashley's story is one of resilience and growth. Today, she's turned her focus to wellness, sharing her journey and new book about breathwork and health, determined to help others find balance and joy. So while the music and memories of the Pussycat Dolls still get us moving, Ashley's courage reminds us all to listen to our needs and celebrate how far we've come. Her story is a testament to strength, hope, and the power of speaking up, a legacy to cheer for, both on and off the stage. News 6. What a career, and what a legacy. Today we remember the iconic actor Michael Madsen, who passed away peacefully at his Malibu home on July 3, 2025, at the age of 67. Best known for unforgettable roles in Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, The Hateful Eight, and Donnie Brasco, Michael's on-screen presence was both gritty and deeply human, captivating audiences for over 4 decades. Born and raised in Chicago, Michael brought a unique blend of toughness and heart to every film, making each character truly his own. He was not just a talented actor but also a devoted father of 7, and a creative spirit working on new projects up until the very end. Though he's gone, Michael Madsen's remarkable body of work, his signature Ray-Ban sunglasses, and that unmistakable voice will continue to inspire movie lovers everywhere. We celebrate his lasting impact and remember him fondly for the many moments of movie magic he gave us all. News 7. It's not every day we get to celebrate the spirit of someone who touched music lovers around the world, but today marks a truly special moment. Netflix has just premiered Building the Band, a brand new singing competition show hosted by AJ McLean, and right at the heart of it all is a touching tribute to One Direction's Liam Payne. Liam, who sadly passed away last October at just 31, brought his passion for music and genuine kindness to the set as a guest judge. Filmed in Buenos Aires, this project turned out to be the final one he worked on, making these first episodes especially meaningful. At the start of the premiere, AJ McLean honored Liam's memory, sharing how the show's cast and crew never could have imagined saying goodbye so soon. He spoke warmly about Liam's deep love for helping others find their voice and dedicated the entire series to Liam and his family. Fans will get to see Liam shine in the upcoming episodes, joining fellow judges Nicole Scherzinger and Kelly Rowland in their search for the next iconic music group. While nothing can replace Liam's presence, his legacy lives on through the music, the memories, and the joy he brought to so many. For those who loved his voice and his spirit, Building the Band is both a celebration and a lasting tribute, a way for us all to remember Liam Payne's remarkable life and the music that will always connect us. News 8. If you ever found yourself captivated by stories of resilience and dedication to community, you'll appreciate the life of Paul Fritz Buggas. Senior Paul, who recently passed away at the age of 93, was a beloved figure whose journey touched many hearts, especially in Wyoming and West Virginia. Known for his gentle strength and unwavering commitment to those around him, Paul's spirit was as enduring as the Wyoming wind, never backing down, always moving forward. Friends and family fondly remember him for his kindness, generosity, and the legacy of care he leaves behind. As we celebrate his remarkable life today, let's all take a moment to cherish the ways loved ones like Paul inspire us, by living with integrity, loving deeply, and giving back to our communities. His memory will remain a guiding light for generations to come. Number 1. Public service requires not just vision, but the courage to act on it, Edward DiPrete once said. Those words, spoken during one of his final public addresses, embody the life and legacy he leaves behind. Edward Daniel DiPrete, former 3-term governor of Rhode Island, has passed away at the age of 91. He died peacefully following a period of declining health, surrounded by loved ones. Born and raised in Cranston, Rhode Island, DiPrete dedicated more than 40 years to serving the place he called home. His journey began as a member of the Cranston School Committee. He soon moved to city council and later led as Cranston's mayor, earning a reputation for steady leadership and a strong connection to the community. In 1985, DiPrete took office as Rhode Island's 70th governor, serving 3 consecutive terms. His time in office was marked by a focus on economic development, support for education, and bold efforts to create regional cooperation across New England. He helped lead both the Coalition of Northeastern Governors and the New England Governors Conference. He also championed the New England Partnership for Science and Technology, one of many initiatives designed to modernize the region's economic future. Known for his practical approach and willingness to work across political divides, DiPrete built bridges, in policy and in spirit. His later years were overshadowed by legal troubles. In the 1990s, he faced charges tied to state contracts from his time as governor. Following a lengthy legal process, he pled guilty to several charges and served 1 year in prison. It was a difficult chapter that became part of both his story and the state's history. Yet many continued to recognize his earlier contributions and the foundation he laid during his decades of service. DiPrete's former colleagues described him as passionate, focused, and deeply dedicated to Rhode Island. "He never stopped believing in the power of public service," said one longtime friend. He is survived by his 7 children. His wife Patricia passed away in 2011. The details of his memorial have not yet been shared. Edward DiPrete will be remembered not only for the roads he helped pave, but for the personal journey of leadership, mistakes acknowledged, and a lifelong devotion to community. Tributes to Edward DiPrete. Donald was a dapper delight and always great company. Those words from entertainment journalist Craig Bennett paint a perfect picture of a man who brought warmth,